This video is brought to you by hoodbeast.com. Design your own custom hoodies. hoodbeast.com.
Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Zach Lee, back bringing you guys some more daily NBA news and updates. And yesterday was media day, so you already know we got some things to talk about. But that's enough talking, that's enough wasting time. Let's get into it, Lego. You've heard me say the phrase, if healthy, every single time I mention the potential of the Philadelphia 76ers for this upcoming NBA season. If healthy, they can make the NBA playoffs. If healthy, they will be a very good team eventually. If healthy. That is the phrase that you have to use when discussing this young Philadelphia team. Truth be told though, I don't have that many concerns about the health of their players. When it comes to Markelle Fultz, I'm not really concerned at all. Ben Simmons, I'm not too concerned either, since it was only really one serious injury that caused him to miss his rookie year, and it looks like he should be fine from here on out. And really any other player on their team, I'm not that concerned about, except for Joel Embiid, because it's different if you just miss 1 year with an injury. Heck, it's even different if you miss a couple of years with an injury. But when you miss your freshman, sophomore, and more than half of your junior season in the NBA battling injury, it's kind of scary, it's alarming. Whether or not he can actually stay healthy has to be a huge concern. And yesterday, during media day, when it was Joel Embiid's turn to address the media, the topic of his health came up, and he gave us sort of an idea of what we can expect from him health-wise. I'll be honest, I don't think I'll play 82 games this year. That's not happening. We've been working a lot on landing. There's some stuff I need to correct this year. I fell a lot last year. I think it was also because I was flopping so much, so I've got to stop flopping so much this season. That's true. You can't be the biggest guy on the court every single night flopping around like a fish out of water. It ain't a good look, because unless some guy hits you extremely hard with all their strength, if you're Joel Embiid, you shouldn't be falling, budging, or anything. Joel Embiid is one of the few humans alive that could take a charge from LeBron James and send LeBron James flying down to the ground while Joel Embiid is still just standing there afterwards. The dude is ginormous, so don't flop. But he also said that we shouldn't expect to see him play all 82 games this year. Now, I really wasn't expecting Joel Embiid to play all 82 games this year, but it is kind of scary to hear him say it. Whether it's because he'll miss part of the beginning of the season, or whether or not he'll still be on limited minutes, resting every other game or something like that, though, is still to be determined. We don't know that just yet, but it is very concerning. And it's also more concerning that he was saying that he's going to have to work on his landing. Well, I guess that's not very concerning. That is a good thing, since most players who go down with bad knee injuries or have bad knees, it often has to do with their landing. There's a certain way you're supposed to land when coming down to make it so your knees don't take the full force of you landing. Players with bad knees though just come straight down. They don't care, they come straight down. Their knees take all the force, and when you do that all the time, it's inevitable that you're gonna suffer at least one major knee injury, and you're gonna have bad knees going forward. So it is good that Joel Embiid is learning to land right to prevent any future injuries from happening. In the end though, it's just still really scary hearing Joel Embiid admit that he's not going to be able to play a full season. I hope that he means he will just miss the first couple of weeks of the regular season while he's still getting healthy, getting back into basketball shape. I hope that's what he means, but deep down inside, I just feel like the Philadelphia 76ers are gonna hold Joel Embiid out some games. They're gonna rest him as a health precaution. I just really don't want to believe that's the case though, because this Philadelphia 76ers team has so much promise, so much potential. It would be a shame to see Joel Embiid not be able to play, because he is a huge part, maybe even the biggest part of this team's future. Without him, things could be a bit shaky, and I don't think they'll make the playoffs if he doesn't play a majority of their games this year. Speaking of injured players, the lone bright spot for the Chicago Bulls this upcoming season might just be Zach Lavine. Now, a lot of people have been questioning Zach Lavine. We all know he went down with the ACL injury last year. What kind of player will he come back to be? Will he be athletic? That is the thought behind Zach Lavine, because we all know the potential he has. Now it's just up to whether or not he comes back at full strength from this injury. But I have some great news for any Chicago Bulls or Zach Lavine fans out there, as yesterday during his media press conference. He said that he'll be back as soon as possible. We'll talk about that in a second, but also that he can jump higher than he ever could before now. That's exciting because to me earlier this summer, Zach Lavine said that he's thinking about doing the dunk contest again in his career because he hasn't showed us all of his tricks yet. And if the dude can jump even higher than he did before, then the best is still to come from Zach Lavine, so that's hype. Like I said, a lot of people were questioning how he would come back if he could be as athletic as he was before, but I never really had many doubts because if you look at a young guy like Jabari Parker, I mean, yeah, Jabari Parker went down again, but that's besides the point. The first time Jabari Parker came back, you couldn't tell that he went down with an ACL injury. He was just as fast, if not faster, could jump just as high, if not higher. You know, you couldn't tell that he had tore his ACL. And to think about it, Zach Lavine being able to jump higher now sounds kind of crazy, but it also could kind of make sense too. I mean, when you're working out your legs, trying to rehab your legs, your knees, your muscles could come back stronger than they were before since you're focusing solely on your legs. And if that's the case, I could see why he would be able to jump higher than he had been able to before. And as long as he doesn't rush back on the court, he said he'll be back as soon as possible, but take your time. There ain't nothing for you to come back to. You're on the Chicago Bulls. This is a team that's about to be bad and needs to be as bad as it can possibly be. And Zach Lavine is a huge part of their future. And in order to make sure he's 100% healthy, they just need to sit him out as long as they possibly can. Ain't no point in rushing back just to catch a few L's. How will Carmelo Anthony fit in with the Oklahoma City Thunder? That has been the question for the past couple of days. It's not even just how he will fit, it's what position will he play? Will he play the small forward and have Paul George slide over to the 2? Will he play power forward so Paul George can continue to play small forward? Or something else, something I don't think most people have ever thought of is, will Carmelo Anthony come off the bench? Yes? As insane as that sounds, that has been a legitimate, not illegitimate, but a thought over the past few days. Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Insane. And yesterday, some reporter was brave enough or crazy enough to ask Carmelo if he thinks that he could come off the bench for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Melo, I had two questions actually. The first is, how do you feel about starting at the 4, or the concept of starting at the 4, or even coming off the bench? And the second question is,
well, me?
Oh. I guess that answers that part.
I mean, I don't know where that started, where that came from. Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, well, how do you I guess the bench question is not a question, but
some things all you can do is laugh off. Some things are just ridiculous, so ridiculous that all you can do is laugh them off, and that's what Carmelo Anthony had to do. The thought of a Melo with the hoodie coming off the bench is insane. Like, why on earth? What is the benefit of bringing him off the bench behind Patrick Patterson? I don't want to hear the idea of, oh, it adds more bench scoring. That's ridiculous. It adds more bench scoring, but it takes away from the starting line. That's absolutely ridiculous. I can't find a single reason to justify starting Patrick Patterson over Carmelo Anthony. Melo starting at the 4, Paul George at the 3, and then Andre Roberson at the 2. That's just how it's gonna be. Speaking of that's just how it's going to be, we all know that it is happening. If you're thinking anything else, if you're thinking Dwyane Wade is going anywhere other than the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, you're only lying to yourself. You're kind of living in a fantasy world right now. Even if I had to pick a team to put Dwyane Wade on, I'd say go to the Thunder or go to the Spurs, not the Cavs. But he's going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Reports just came out saying that LeBron James is expecting Dwyane Wade to sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's expecting to play with Dwyane Wade one last time. And also reports just came out too saying that the Cavaliers are the heavy favorites to land Dwyane Wade, that Dwyane Wade is heavily leaning towards signing with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we all know why it is. The Cavs are in the Eastern Conference. There's not that much competition in the Eastern Conference when it comes to making it to the finals. Dwyane Wade goes to the Cavs, he gets a free trip to the NBA Finals, meaning that gives him the best shot at winning a ring. Also, he gets to play with his best friend LeBron James one more time, so there's that too. But that's all the news for today, though. Let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. How many games do you think Joel Embiid will play? Let me know down in the comment section below. But thank you once again for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!